Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In 75 days, we'll be playing Life is Strange 2, Episode 5, the finale. And I'm very excited to do some videos again. It's been a little while since I did a video covering Life is Strange 2. So today, guys, we're going to be discussing potential returning characters in Life is Strange 2, Episode 5. There are many, and I mean many, characters that could return in Episode 5. I'm going to discuss some potentialities at the beginning of this video, and at the end of the video, I'm going to discuss who I think is going to return. It's likely we could get more than Episode 4. In Episode 4, we had 2 returning. Well, actually, we could have 3 returning characters in Episode 4. We had Meryl, determinately, we had Finn, determinately, and Jacob. So we could see another returning, actually maybe even more than 3 returning characters in Episode 5, depending on what happens. And again, if there is multiple endings, which I do expect, there may be more determinate characters we could see or not see. So please leave down below in the comments who you guys think will return in Episode 5 of Life is Strange 2. And please make sure you guys leave a like on this video and subscribe. And please comment some topics down below and vote. Definitely would appreciate that. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. And let's get straight into it. So first, I'm going to be discussing Lila from Episode 1. We obviously talked to her in Episode 2, Episode 3 and 4, we didn't even get to really talk to her. So we don't know what's going up with Lila. This is the final episode, guys, and I do expect Lila to make a return. I'm going to discuss at the end of this video who I think is going to return. We're just going to test the possibility right now. Lila is a major character to me with Sean and Daniel's story. And, all she's gone through, essentially, if you call her getting questioned by the police, her taking, pills and stuff because she's been so stressed and stuff. I think maybe depending on what ending we get, because I do believe there's going to be multiple endings, we could see her versus not see her. I believe there's a potentiality where we get captured and taken back to Seattle, and maybe there's some trial, and Lila pops back up, and she's involved with this trial. Or maybe if we get arrested and go to prison, Lila could, meet us in prison. Or maybe somehow if we're in Mexico, we get a call from Lila. I believe there's probably, an 80-90% chance we could see Lila in Episode 5. I just think she was such a major character in Episode 1 with Sean and Daniel that they can't just leave us on a hook and not have us see her / call her in Episode 5. I do believe, though, depending if Sean and Daniel dies, there maybe isn't a possibility where we see her. And we'll talk about that at the end of the video, but let me know what you guys think about Lila in the comments.
Man, look at that. Oregon is like the edge of the world.
Another character like Lila that we only saw in Episode 1 is Brody. We've kept up a little bit with this vlog in the past episodes, and I am expecting a call / return in Episode 5. I think it's a little less likely than Lila, but Brody, I believe, needs to have another appearance. A majority, I'm going to say pretty much almost 100% of the fan base loves Brody and have been calling for his return since the first episode. So how nice would it be again if we're in prison, trial, maybe if we're in Mexico, Brody travels around. There's a possibility we could see Brody at some point, maybe get a call from him, talk to him. I think Brody gave us such good advice in Episode 1 and helped us out so much that I think it would be kind of a shame as a fan of this game that we don't get to see Brody in Episode 5. I really think we need a Brody appearance in some shape or form, whether that's just a blog post, a phone call, or an actual physical appearance. Personally, I just want a physical appearance. I want to see Sean and Brody embrace, say, Brody like, man, you made it, or, I'm going to help you out in this trial or something. Something we need to see with Brody. I just think we haven't seen him since Episode 1 and only been really able to keep up with his blog, so I think it makes sense that we get an appearance in Episode 5.
It's me, you've come to take my duality wakes from me.
Next, I'm discussing Cassidy from Life is Strange 2, Episode 2 and 3. We did not get an appearance of her in Episode 4, but we found out, again, depending on your choices, whether she hates you or likes you, that she'd like to hopefully see you again down the line someday if you had a good relationship with her, or she'll never want to see you again. So I think in episode 5, the potential return of Cassidy will be a determinate thing. Same with Finn. I'm not going to really be talking about Finn in this video because Finn is a determinate character and we already got to see him in episode 4. So I highly doubt we will get an appearance of Finn in episode 5, since we got that in episode 4. It was kind of like a final goodbye scene with Finn. But I do expect, since Cassidy is non-determinate, she could maybe show up for us in a trial if we do get captured. I don't think we're going to run into her in Mexico, so I think the only possibility is if we get captured. So again, this is going to be a determinate thing. I think it's going to be way less likely than Brody and Lila, but it is possible. It's just depending on how we left off our relationship with Cassidy.
Some mistakes are worse than others. By the way, we contacted your grandparents in Beaver Creek.
Stephen and Claire.
They can visit you after you're transferred.
Oh.
Might be a...
The next character I'm discussing is Agent Flores from episode 4. We know the cops are going to be hot on our you-know-what in episode 5. And it makes perfect sense that if we potentially get captured / run into the cops, that we could be running into Agent Flores, because it looks like she's the head of this investigation. And she's going to be hot on our trail. And I expect us, even if we do get captured, we're going to definitely run into her again, depending what we did to the security guard in episode 4. That could bite us back in the butt. That could be additional charges and stuff. But we know, I'm telling you, out of all the ones I mentioned this far, this is the most likely one, Agent Flores. I, again, do believe it might be determinate, because, example, if we get into Mexico, we're not going to see Agent Flores. But there's possibilities, guys. I have no idea if we're going to get captured or not, depending on how things work. But expect Agent Flores to come back if we do get captured / go on trial / go to jail.
Children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from Him. You were blessed with a divine gift, and you cast him out into the world.
So next I'm going to be talking about Lisbeth, the cult leader in episode 4. She is a determinate character, so again, this is only a potentiality at this point that she does return. I do believe Nicholas, who was the guy in the white shirt, could also be making a return. He is non-determinate, so, you know, we know that he had some drug issues, and then he kind of had anger issues. Could he seek revenge on Sean and Daniel, potentially for killing Lisbeth, if Lisbeth is dead? We could maybe see either Lisbeth or him, or we could see both if both are alive. I think definitely Lisbeth, though, is likely to return if we've kept her alive. Maybe she's going to help the police find Sean and Daniel, or maybe she's going to hunt us down. It's a very possible thing. But expect either Lisbeth or Nicholas to potentially return. I'm going to give it, if I had to give it out of a 1 to 10 rating, I'd give it a 5. It's in the middle right now. I don't know, expecting on how things are going to go, but expect Lisbeth or Nicholas to potentially return in the finale.
I must have passed out.
Oh, thank God. Don't you ever do that again, okay?
I swear. But that nightmare was so real. It was so horrible.
So lastly, I'm going to be discussing Max from Life is Strange 1. Now, I know this is a highly, highly, highly unlikely one. It probably isn't going to happen. But Life is Strange. Anything is possible, even if it doesn't seem we're going to that place. Could we see some kind of cameo, newspaper thing, something about Max in Life is Strange 2 Episode 5, maybe hinting? Remember, Life is Strange 3 probably is going to happen. Could we see maybe some kind of hint to Life is Strange 3 with Max involved with it, or something? I don't think Max is going to pop up in any kind of way, but if they want to maybe hint Max in some kind of spin-off DLC, Life is Strange 3, they could do it at some point in Life is Strange 2 Episode 5. Could we see maybe a flashback, news article, or maybe an actual appearance? Very, very interesting stuff here, but I don't think it's going to happen. But with Max being non-determinate, you always can say there's a possible chance of it happening. Now, lastly, I'm going to discuss some characters I did not mention in this video that are likely to potentially make a return that I'm not going to go completely in depth. So we got Claire and Stephen Reynolds, our grandparents. I don't think we're going to actually see them. Maybe we will get to maybe call them or something, but remember, they want to visit us at the end of episode 4, actually in episode 4, they wanted to visit us when we were in the hospital and when we were going to jail. So if we get arrested, we could see Stephen and Claire back. Another potential character I didn't talk about was Hank Stamper, the racist gas owner in episode 1. Him maybe, you know, on trial against us if we get arrested is a highly likely possibility. Remember, he is alive too. Chris Erickson, meaning Captain Spirit, another possibility we could see in episode 5. Are we going to see him? I think so. I think he's got a great chance to show up, especially, you know, if he's not injured. Remember, if he's injured, he's got to, you know, I think he's got a cast on his legs, so I don't think that's going to happen. Depending, maybe he's a determinate possibility. And lastly, I'd say our group in episode 3, we got Hannah, Penny, Jacob, Ingrid, Anders, Meryl, and Big Joe. We saw Jacob in episode 4, so I don't expect him to pop up again. You know, he's basically saying, you know, Sean, this is the rest of your journey up. So do we see any of them again? Probably not. So in my opinion, there is going to be multiple returning characters in episode 5. Now, obviously, we're not going to count Sean, Daniel, and Karen because I know they're going to pop up. I believe our returning characters are going to be Lila, determinately. We're going to have Claire and Stephen Reynolds, determinately. We're going to have Brody, determinately. Hank Stamper, determinately. Again, Chris, determinately. Cassidy, determinately. And I would say maybe the only returning character that I know for 100% fact we're going to see is Maria Elena Flores, Agent Flores. I expect her to pop up. Maybe even Joey. We'll have to see. And Lisbeth / Nicholas, I think one of them will definitely pop up. Mark my words on that. So this has been my returning characters list for Life is Strange 2, Episode 5. If you guys do me a favor, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's go for 1,000 likes. And as always, guys, hope you guys enjoyed.
I'm a strange man, like your angel. I'm invisible, like a monster, but someday